Hello, welcome and welcome back to Amplified Forensics aka MD's Forensic Hub. By far, you might have got the basic brief of what forensics is, but now the actual journey begins. With this video, we will start learning actual fundamentals of forensic science, which will help you with your studies. So, without any further delay, let's get started. To get the base, we will again take a look at definition of forensic science but with a detailed explanation, and then we will proceed to its need and function, and the last topic to be covered in this video will be the principles and laws of forensic science. Definition and origin of forensic science. Forensic science is that scientific discipline which is directed to recognition, identification, individualization, and evaluation of all physical evidence by the application of all principles and methods of natural sciences for the purpose of administration. It is the application of scientific principles and techniques to the matters of criminal justice, especially relating to collection, preservation, and analysis of physical evidences. फॉरेंसिक साइंस की एक ऐसी ब्रांच है जो क्राइम एंड लॉ दोनों का हिस्सा है. फॉरेंसिक साइंस क्राइम सीन पर मिली चीज़ों को एज एन एविडेंस पहचानता है, फिर उसको उसके नेचर ऑफ मैटर के हिसाब से सेग्रीगेट किया जाता है and then it is proceeded by its analysis. Forensic science mainly focuses on collection, preservation and analysis of physical evidences. Now we will look for the need of forensic science. Forensic science plays a crucial role in India's criminal justice system. Here are some reasons why it's important. Crime investigation, evidence analysis, technological advancement, justice delivery and contribution to justice. This can be summarized as that highly expert professionals of forensic science help in analysis of evidence found and give expert testimonies regarding the same, which ensures fair trial and reduces the number of acquittals. Functions of forensic science. Gathering evidence. Forensic scientists often visit the scene of crime to search for and collect possible evidence. They catalog everything they remove from the scene and make detailed notes describing each item and noting its location at the scene. Evidence analysis. Many forensic scientists spend most of their time in forensic laboratory testing evidence collected from the scene. They use everything from microscope to chemicals to computer database as part of their testings. Collaboration. Solving a crime requires teamwork. Forensic scientists often work closely with fellow law enforcement professionals, including police officers, detectives, and other forensic science professionals, and prosecutors and defense attorneys. Describing their findings. After they complete their analysis, forensic scientists explain their conclusion in detailed written reports. These reports become part of permanent case file and are used by detectives to help them target their investigation. Providing expert testimony. Forensic scientists often testify as an expert witness in criminal trials where they must explain their findings in a way that a lay audience can understand. Forensic science help determine the cause of death, identify perpetrator of crimes, identify bodily remains, track the electronic transfer of money, investigate internet fraud and identify theft, and reconstruct vehicular accident. This can be summarized as that functions of forensic science revolve around evidences, its collection, its analysis, its preservation, collaboration with other experts regarding the information of evidences, describing their findings, and at the end providing expert testimony on that particular evidence, which all depends on the nature of evidence, type of evidence, etc. It also functions around finding the cause of death. Now it's time to understand principles and laws of forensic science. This particular topic is very important, so let's begin. Forensic science has developed its own laws and principles which are based on the laws and principles of all natural sciences. Here are the 7 principles and laws of forensic science. The very first law is law of individuality. Anything and everything involved in a crime has individuality. If the same is established, it connects the crime and the criminal. This law simply means that everything which is included in the crime or found at crime scene has its own individuality which cannot be copied. For example, let's say a DNA of two humans cannot be same. Similarly, if we talk about fingerprints, fingerprints even of the identical twins are different and are not same, which justifies the law of individuality. The second law is principle of exchange. Contact exchange traces are the principle of exchange. It was first enunciated by the French scientist Edmond Locard. According to this principle, when a criminal or his instruments of crime come in contact with the victim or the objects surrounding him, they leave traces. Basically, this means that every contact leaves traces on each other mutually. The next is law of progressive change. Change is inevitable. This also applies to objects. Different types of object may take different time spans. The criminal undergoes progressive change. This law states that everything in this world is inevitable, impermanent and immutable, which means that with passage of time things will undergo some changes and the difference can be sensed in its physical state, appearance and chemical state also. The next principle is principle of comparison. Only the likes can be compared is the principle of comparison. It emphasizes the necessity of providing samples and specimens for comparison with the question item. This law simply says that if a comparison is to be done, it can be only done with like things and not two different things. For example, a bullet can be compared to a bullet only and not a sample of hair. Similarly, if we take another example, we can say that a biological evidence cannot be compared to chemical evidences. The next is principle of analysis. The analysis can know better than the sample analyzed. Improper sampling and contamination render the best analysis useless. This principle basically emphasizes on proper collection and preservation of evidences because if that is done improperly, that may hamper the results. The next law is law of probability. All identification, definite or indefinite, is made consciously or unconsciously on the basis of probability. This law basically states that all the identifications and determinations done regarding the crime and crime scene are solely based on the probability factor. The last and the seventh law is law of circumstantial facts. This law pertains to circumstances and facts surrounding the crime. This law explains that oral and direct testimonies can be influenced or manipulated, but the scientific facts and evidences can't deny the truth, making it more reliable for the case. I hope you were able to understand each and every topic explained in the video. Before ending the video, let's get the quick recap of the laws and principles of forensic science. So, we have 7 laws and principles of forensic science, which are law of individuality, principle of exchange, law of progressive change, law of comparison, law of analysis, law of circumstantial facts, law of probability. Thank you. Stay tuned for the further videos.